Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to our 9 p.m. English News Edition. Here are the top stories. The Ministry of Communication, Post and Telecommunication World Post Day, Citizens House launches Postal Bank. And for the international news, Israeli Navy attacks the Conscience flotilla en route to Gaza. Now the details, ladies and gentlemen. The Ministry of Women and Family Affairs organized a knowledge-sharing workshop on Wednesday, October 8, 2025, as part of the PAR-VBG project. The aim of this meeting was to strengthen coordination efforts to prevent and combat violence against women and girls in Djibouti. The event was held in the presence of Mrs. Mona Osman Aden, Minister of Women and Family Affairs, the World Bank representative in Djibouti, the UNFPA representative, as well as numerous civil society actors committee to promoting gender equality and protecting human rights. During the workshop, participants discussed the results achieved by the project and the ongoing challenges in combating gender-based violence. A detailed presentation of National Gender Policy 2024-2030 was also given, highlighting national priorities for promoting women's empowerment and ensuring a more equitable and inclusive society. The workshop marks an important milestone in strengthening synergies between public actors, international partners, and civil society in support of gender equality and respect for fundamental rights. In her address, Mrs. Mona Osman Aden, the minister, warmly commended the fruitful and sustained collaboration between technical and financial partners.
Ce projet n'est pas qu'une initiative.
It is with great pleasure and deep conviction that I speak today at this knowledge-sharing workshop on gender-based violence reduction support project. First of all, allow me to express my sincere thanks to our partners, including the World Bank and UNFPA, as well as to all national and community stakeholders who work tirelessly every day in order to protect the women and girls of our country from all forms of violence and discrimination. For several years, the government of Djibouti, under the leadership of His Excellency Ismail Margili, President of the Republic, and the First Lady Khadra Mohammed Haid, has been firmly committed to making the promotion of women's rights and gender equality a national priority. The PARV project is fully in line with this dynamic thanks to everyone's mobilization. This program has helped strengthen institutional capacity, improve care for survivors of violence, but also raise awareness in our community about the importance of preventing violence before it occurs. However, despite these advances, we must recognize the challenges remains. Violence against women and girls persists, often by deep-rooted social norms and inequality. The National Gender Policy of 2024-2030, which we recently adopted, constitute an ambitious roadmap for building a more just, equitable, and inclusive Djiboutian society. Ladies and gentlemen, the fight against gender-based violence is not the responsibility of a single ministry or a single institution. This is a collective responsibility that requires the participation of everyone. On behalf of the government of Djibouti, I would like to reaffirm our unwavering determination to continue this fight with conviction, courage, and compassion. Every woman and every girl has the right to identify themselves safe and fulfillment in life. And as long as single one of them live in fear of violence, our work will not be done.
And now, as I mentioned on the title, on the occasion of the World Post Day, a solemn event was held this Tuesday at the Isla Grand Hotel in Djibouti. This celebration was marked by a major national announcement, the official creation of Djibouti Postal Bank, held under the high patronage of the Ministry of Communication in charge of Posts and Telecommunication, His Excellency Mr. Ridwan Abdullahi Bahdon. The ceremony brought together a wide range of distinguished guests. Among the notable attendees were the Secretary of State for Sports, Mr. Hassan Kamil, the Director of Djibouti Post, Mr. Bahnan Ali Medel, the Director of the French Development Agency, and the Director of Group La Poste France, and also the Director General of RTD, Mr. Aden, as well as all strategic partners. This initiative spearheaded by Djibouti Post with continued support from the AFD and Group La Poste France aligns fully with the ambitions of the Djibouti Vision 2035, launched under the leadership of President His Excellency Al-Haj Ismail Omar Guelleh. The stated objective is clear: to promote broad-based economic inclusion, modernize financial services, and bring banking closer to citizens. The upcoming Djibouti Postal Bank aims to be a modern, inclusive, reliable, and user-friendly institution accessible throughout the country. It will offer essential banking services such as savings accounts, loans, secure money transfers, and payment solutions tailored to the needs of individuals, small entrepreneurs, shopkeepers, farmers, and artisans. This tangible project stems from a technical collaboration between experts from AFD, Group La Poste France, and Djibouti Post. And now the Director of the French Development Agency and the Director of Djibouti of Group La France Post also took the floor to express their appreciation for successful realization of this strategic and high-impact project. They highlighted the importance of international cooperation, technical expertise, and shared vision. And now, for his part, the Director of Djibouti Post emphasized the strategic importance of this initiative for the modernization and for the international national post network.
Aujourd'hui, la journée mondiale de la Poste, une journée qui nous rappelle que même à l'ère des smartphones,
the General Director of the Post of Djibouti said that the success of the Djibouti Post does not depend on a single sector, but rather on national and partnership synergy. The state will play its role as guarantors of the regulator framework, providing political support and incentivizing the development. The Djibouti Post will ensure operational implementation, drawing on its local networks and the trust it enjoys among citizens. It is by joining forces that we will succeed in realizing these shared ambitions. The assistance missions end today, but the project continues. It now continues with greater clarity, confidence, and collective commitment. I would like to once again salute the remarkable work accomplished by all partners and teams. Your dedication, professionalism, and spirit of cooperation had made it possible to transform our visions into reality. The government of Djibouti remains fully committed to supporting the implementations of this project until it's fully operational. We proudly await the opening of the Djibouti Postal Bank.
And now the Minister commended their diligent work and effective cooperation, which turned an ambitious idea into a concrete, actionable project.
C'est avec une profonde émotion et un immense sentiment de gratitude.
It is with deep emotion and immense sense of gratitude that I speak today at the official closing of the assistance mission led by the French Development Agency and La Poste France to establish the Bank Postal of Djibouti. Let me begin on behalf of the government of the Republic and in my own names by expressing our most sincere and warmest thanks to the French Development Agency for its technical support, the relevance of its expertise, and the trust shown through this mission. La Poste France for the quality of its support, the sharing of its knowledge, methods, and centuries of experience in the postal and banking sectors, the national and international experts, the members of the steering committee, and the teams of the Djibouti Post for their exemplary commitment, rigor, and spirit of cooperation. The creation of the Djibouti Postal Bank is fully in line with Visions Djibouti 2035, initiated by the President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Omar Guelleh, who has made the modernizations of the financial sectors and economic inclusion of a strategic priority. We want to build an institution. Today's meeting marks the transitions for an ambitious idea to a concrete, structured, and mature project ready to enter its operational phase. However, this progress must not obscure the challenges that still lie ahead. The mobilization of financial resources remains essential to ensure the operational nature and sustainability of initial investment. Effective inclusion must be guaranteed. We must reach remote areas and vulnerable populations and offer accessible, simple, and understandable services for all. Governance and transparency must remain central to the management of the future bank. In order to build and maintain public trust, economic, social, and environmental sustainability must guide our choice, ensuring that every decision contributes to balanced and responsible development. Finally, innovations must be constant, integrating new financial technologies and digital solutions that make citizens' daily lives easier. These challenges are both ambitious and stimulating. They represent opportunities for learning, progress, and excellences.
And now, under the chairmanship of Honorable Abdurrahman Awale Yassin, President of Foreign Affairs Committee, the committee convened on Wednesday, October 8, to review Bill number 183, year 25, 90th legislation concerning the ratification of the statute of the Labor Center of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The committee's proceedings took place in the presence of His Excellency Mr. Omar Abdi Saeed, Minister of Labor in charge of formalization and social protection, accompanied by his principal collaborators. After examining the provisions of the agreement and the articles related to its ratification, the Foreign Affairs Committee issued a favorable opinion and forwarded the bill to the plenary session for debate and adoption by the National Assembly. And now a consultation workshop dedicated to the implementation of Rotterdam Convention opened this Wednesday at the People's Palace, organized by the Ministry of Environment and Sustainable Development in collaboration with the Secretary of the Rotterdam Convention. This workshop will take place over 2 days from October 8 to 9, 2025. The opening ceremony was held in the presence of Secretary General of the Ministry of Environment, Mr. Dini Abdullah Omar, representing the Ministry, as well as several technical officials and experts. The workshop aims to strengthen national capacities in the management and control of hazardous chemical and pesticides in accordance with the provision of the Rotterdam Convention. During those 2 days of session, participants exchanged the views on mechanisms for implementing the convention, best practices in regulation, and means of coordination between the relevant national institution. Interactive session will also be held to identify the country's priority needs to enhance chemical safety and protect public health and the environment. The Secretary General of the Ministry emphasized the importance of this workshop, highlighting its crucial role in strengthening national capacities for the effective management of hazardous chemicals and pesticides and in ensuring the protection of public health and the environment. And now in Dikhil, the prefect of the Dikhil region, Mr. Hassan Abdi Roble, warmly welcomed the Secretary General of the UNFD, Mrs. Fatuma Musa, and members of her delegation at his office in the Dikhil prefecture. This visit is part of the National Literacy Program, now entering its 8th year. On this occasion, a consultation meeting was held in the prefecture's conference room, bringing together several key stakeholders involving in the program. The meeting was co-chaired by the Prefect, Mr. Hassan Abdi Roble, and the UNFD General Secretary, Mrs. Fatuma Musa. Also in attendance were the President of the Dikhil Regional Council, Mr. Mahad Hussein Ahmed, the Regional Director of Education, the representative of Dikhil Women's Social Action and Empowerment Center, and members of civil society. The National Literacy Program, coordinated by UNFD in partnership with the Ministry of Natural Education and Vocational Training, the Ministry of Women and Family, the Ministry of Social Affairs and Solidarity, in partial collaboration with the Ministry of Agriculture, aims to reduce illiteracy, promote the empowerment of women and girls, and support their socio-economic integration through education. We're still in the south in Ali Sabih now, the Asajog region. The Regional Council recently hosted a solemn ceremony marking the signing of a partnership agreement between the institution and UNICEF. This significant event took place in the presence of numerous dignitaries, reflecting the importance given to this initiative. Among those who were present at the ceremony were the Prefect of the region, Mr. Abdul Malik Mohamed Banoita, the President of the Regional Council, Mr. Shamark Hassan Alale, and the UNICEF representative in Djibouti, Mrs. Béat Dastel, representatives from decentralized services. This agreement aims to address major challenges, particularly in the areas of girls' education, child protection, and the social and economic development of the region. It demonstrates a shared commitment to provide better opportunities for the younger generation, especially girls. The President of the Regional Council, Mr. Shamarka Hassan Alale, praised the initiative as a decisive turning point in the region's development policy. The signing of this agreement sends a strong signal of unity and action towards a more promising future for the people of Ali Sabi. And now the President of the Regional Council and the Prefect of the region both emphasized the significance of this celebration, highlighting its crucial role in strengthening regional development and fostering collaboration between local authorities and partners. They added that this partnership will lay the foundations for a more equitable region where every child has the opportunity to fulfill their potential. Taking you to Ethiopia now, where the Ethiopian Ministry of Trade and Regional Integration announced that Ethiopia will officially launch its African Continental Free Trade Area.
Launched its African Continental Free Trade Area program, the Ethiopian Ministry of Trade and Regional Integration announced that Ethiopia will officially launch the African Continental Free Trade Area program on October 9, 2025. With the aim of strengthening regional economic integration. Minister of State for Trade and Regional Integration, Yasmin Wahab-Ribi, noted that Ethiopia is among the first African countries to ratify the AfCFTA agreement, reflecting its commitment to expanding trade and investment and also stimulating economic growth in various key sectors. The program will open new markets, increase investment opportunities, and strengthen regional supply chain, benefiting business, entrepreneurs, and youth. The agreement aims to promote economic growth, support key sectors such as agriculture and the food industry, protect intellectual property, encourage digital trade, and promote women's participation in business. Sujet numéro 2. Inter. The Israel Navy attacked the flotilla of Gazians of
And now for the international news, early Wednesday morning, the Israeli Navy attacked several vessels of the Freedom Flotilla, an international humanitarian convoy heading to the Gaza Strip. Let's listen to the report.
Israel Navy attacked the flotilla of Gazians en route to Gaza and intercepted several ships in international waters. Earlier Wednesday morning, the Israel Navy attacked several ships of the flotilla of Gazians and international humanitarian convoy heading to Gaza Strip as they sailed in international water, approximately 120 nautical miles off the coast of Gaza, as part of an attempt to break the blockade imposed on the territory for more than 18 years. According to the statement used by organizers of flotilla of Gazians, at least 3 ships, the Gaza Hassanpur, the Allah al-Nashar, and the al-Sharif, were surrounded and then stormed by Israel naval commanders. Contact with the crews was lost, and communication and also a tracking system were disabled shortly after the attack began in ships. The Israel military source confirmed that the Navy intercepted the ship en route to Gaza in violation of the maritime blockade, stating that all on board were in good health and will be transferred to the port of Shurud for interrogation before being deported.
Still in Gaza, negotiation on the Gaza plan continue in Egypt with participation from Qatar, the USA, and Turkey.
Indirect negotiation between Israel and Hamas continued this Wednesday, October 8, in Sharm el-Sheikh, Egypt, to reach an agreement to end the war in Gaza. Based on Donald Trump's plan, Hamas cited a spirit of optimism, while senior U.S., Qatari, and Turkish officials are expected to join the negotiation this Wednesday. Qatari Prime Minister Mohammed bin Abdel Rahman, a key mediator in this negotiation, is traveling to Sharm el-Sheikh in Egypt, where the talks are taking place, according to Qatari diplomacy. Israeli Minister of Strategic Affairs, a close associate of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, was scheduled to participate in this negotiation on Wednesday. According to an Israeli official, he is notably in charge of the hostage. Finally, a Turkish delegation led by intelligence chief Ibrahim Kalin is also expected to participate in this negotiation, according to the state-run agency in Turkey, maintain the close relation with Hamas.
The economies of sub-Saharan Africa are expected to grow by 3.8% this year, according to the World Bank, marking an improvement from the April forecast of 3.5%. This growth is supported by price stability, which has enabled governments to implement more favorable economic policies, notably by lowering interest rates. The semi-annual report Africa Pulse also highlights the exchange rate stabilization, particularly in countries like Ethiopia, has promoted more sustained growth. The World Bank even anticipated an acceleration with an average annual growth rate of 4.4% over the next 2 years. Several major regional economies such as Ethiopia, Nigeria, and Ivory Coast are benefiting from improved growth prospects. The report encourages governments to promote the creation of quality jobs, improve the business climate, and support SMEs in order to strengthen social and economic stability. A recent scientific study published in the journal Nature revealed that marine heat waves have subtle but serious effects on ocean microorganisms. They cause degradation of phytoplankton and coral bleach, two essential elements in the process of carbon absorption and storage in the ocean. According to the study, extreme temperatures led to the deterioration of marine food webs, thus reducing the capacity of ecosystem to combat climate change. Marine heat waves are defined as prolonged periods of warming waters lasting from several weeks to several years. In recent years, the planet has experienced an unprecedented increase in this event, which could push ocean towards a climate tipping point. This is it for this 9 p.m. English News Edition. Thank you for watching us. Stay tuned for more on RTD.